crack right on with Jacqueline's turn. She does get to draw. Keeping our fear back on 0. And we're happy to let these clones wander down towards Luke. So we're going to stay here. We're not going to move. We're in the central command post. And we're going to try and activate this control panel. That will be control panel number 2. Remember, the difficulty for these is 3. But it's going to be +1. So it's 3 + 1 for every control panel token already in play. And we've got 1 so far. So this is going to be a 4 intelligence challenge. We don't have enough fear to play one of these, so in actual fact, at the start of Jackie's turn, let's use our Zen to put our fear up, and then we'll use this card, lose 1 fear, and raise our intelligence by 1. Alright, so that gives us an intelligence of 4. So we roll 4 dice, and we're looking for 4 intelligence. Ooh, we failed. Dice are being really mean. We got 3 intelligence. This counts as a challenge, so we can use Jackie's Lucky. Remember, says discard 1 adrenaline card to reroll all dice for any challenge. Alright. Let's get rid of this one. We're down to just 1 adrenaline card. Let's reroll. We're looking for 4 intelligence. Come on, Jackie. Yes, we got it. We got it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. Perfect. Let's grab an access control panel marker. That's 2 down. Looking good. Looking good. What we do now is spawn guards on any unaccessed control panels, which there are none. But we need to place guards in reserves for every control panel we have access. That's 2 more guards to the reserve, which is guards 6 and 7. I think this just means that there's potentially more guards waiting to jump out and catch us. Now, Jackie can move if she wishes. She's only got 1 adrenaline card. Shall I? No, let's do it. Let's keep exploring. Let's keep moving. Let's go west. Well, we only go to the infirmary if we die, and that's not too bad. Let's see what we get. It's the final control panel. Excellent. It's the incinerator control room. There's no event here. We found 3 out of the 6 control panels. That's good. That's good stuff, and we only need 3. No spawn, we ignore the event text, it's a guard activation and there aren't any guards. Perfect. Some good fortune at last. Luke's turn, and I think his prerogative now is getting back to the B-lift. Definitely, definitely. Let's draw adrenaline card. +1 movement I like. Yeah, that may mean we can move along a little bit if we need to. Okay, let's explore this way. We do have a first aid and med kit here, but Luke's vitality is so low, he doesn't get to draw any more cards. Let's go. Let's see what we get. And it's another guard room. There's no vent on this tile either. Let's go this way. Okay. First off, we're exploring a tile with storage crate icon, so we do get to draw an item first. And we get a med pack. Incidentally, you can only carry 2 items, 1 in each hand. So I've got my stun stick and my med pack. With Luke, as he is, I'd like to use this. It says on your turn, discard this card to regain 1 vitality. So let's do that. But putting my vitality up to 4 now is important because it means if I do get knocked out, I'm not going to die. Alright, nastiness. Phew, nothing's spawning. But we have a guard event. You can gain 1 threat to draw 2 item cards. Keep 1 and put the other on the bottom of the item deck. So Luke's having a good rummage around. He's a little bit concerned that he's going to draw some attention to himself through these security cameras, but it's worth it to get the loot. So let's do that. Let's gain 1 threat and we'll draw 2 item cards and keep 1, put the other on the bottom of the item deck. I like that a lot. And we're managing to keep our fear quite low at the moment as well, which I'm really pleased about. Threat tokens have to come from the pool. So that's down to 2 now. Let's draw 2 items. We have another med pack and a scalpel. This is what we found. Which should we keep? It's going to be med pack, I think. Sure. Let's keep hold of it for now because it's not critical. We're not critical right now. Discard this one. Jackie's turn. Let's draw a card. I'm going to put Jackie's fear up 1 using her Zen, just in case I want to use this. It's tough now because I'm going to access the 3rd panel, which is good for Jackie because she's going to access that panel and there's a vent right here, so she can rush back over this way. But poor old Luke down here, there aren't any vents in sight. He has to push through all these clones to get back to the nearest vent is there on Squad Bay B, or keep exploring. Intelligence is 1, 2, 3, and we can lose 1 fear and use this. So that's 4. 4 intelligence. And it's 3 plus 2. Is the challenge rating. So 4 dice. 5. This is an outside chance. This is where things get tricky. Oh, we've failed it hugely. Jackie's only got 1 adrenaline card. She can't discard this to use lucky. You can't discard your last adrenaline card. So for failing, Jackie gains a threat token. She's at 3 threat. And threat 3 is bad because guards will get an extra die roll attacking. But worse than that, we lost this challenge. We only got 1 intelligence and the challenge rating was 5. We lost by 4. And the scenario says if we lose a control panel challenge by 2 or more points, then lockdown starts immediately. This is really bad, folks, because 2 things are going to happen now. It's the lockdown pool first off. Starting with the turn after this, so on Luke's turn, at the end of every turn you remove a token from the lockdown pool. If you can't take a token from the lockdown pool, then you lose the game. So we've got the facility on high alert now, and we've only got 4 or 5 turns before we're recaptured and we fail the scenario. But the other thing is that these guards are going to spawn now, and the scenario tells us when lockdown begins we have to spawn a guard on every guard post. Fortunately we don't have any, and each security tile. And we start from here and work outwards. We've only got 2 security tiles and they're both here, and the one closest to the B lift is this one here. So guard number 1 and guard number 2 are going to come and give Luke a hard time. Jackie can move away from here, but she's got to keep working on that control panel, I think. Let's keep her there. End her turn. and move to the event phase. So let's see what happens. It's pretty nasty because we've got to spawn. We got to spawn some guards, and the guards are activating as well. Let's grab guard number 3 and spawn this. Remember, it's on the closest security tile to Jackie. She's the one that's triggered the event, which is here on sick baby. Now our guards activate. And this may actually help us. Guards move towards the target with the highest threat, which is Jackie, so they're going to move up the corridor. And guards don't like clones, and clones don't like guards. When they confront each other, these clones are a threat to the facility as far as the guards are concerned. So they may start beating on those guys. Anyway, guard number 1 is going to move 1 space towards Jackie. Guard number 2 is facing Luke, so he's going to attack Luke. And just like the clones, he gets to roll 3 dice. I think Luke's going to use this card here. Gain 1 fear any time and get +2 toughness. So that puts his toughness up to 3. He gains 1 fear. Let's roll these dice for this guard. Remember, fists. More than 3, and Luke's going to be hit. Oh, we did good, we did good. It's all doubles. 2 fists, toughness of 3. Luke doesn't take any damage. Good stuff. And of course, Luke's fear goes up because he's been attacked by an enemy. Finally, then, guard number 3 is going to activate and move towards Jackie. It's Luke's turn now. His vitality's 4. He gets to draw an adrenaline card. He's up to 3. And I'd like to make it off this tile. I've been thinking, with those guards pushing their way up, I might try and bull rush my way through to the squad baby. The clones are coming this way. The guards are going that way. Let's get here. And then maybe push our way through. I think we should try and smack this guard down and then move. My strength is currently +1 because of my fear level. The 2 for my stat, that's 3. +1 here is 4. I've got my stun stick, which gives me strength 2 while attacking or bull rushing. I'm going to use my med kit first, and I'm going to use it again to regain 1 vitality. That's pretty good, because that's pushed me back up to vitality 5, and I've got a hand free once more. So 6 dice. Luke takes up his stun stick and attacks this guard. I'm looking for 3. I've got 4, but it would have been nice to have got 6 because I would have killed this guy with one hit. I can use my self-defense training, can't I? I got 3 doubles here. Self-defense training says if not using a gun, for attack challenges you can re-roll 1 double intelligence icon or 1 double speed icon. So I've got the success, but let's re-roll one of these, just in case I get a double fist. No, it's another double speed. Okay, we've knocked him down. But while he's down, you can rummage around and search this guy. For every time you successfully attack a guard, you get to draw 1 item. And we get a flashlight. Darkness and vent travel do not raise your fear. Excellent. And that's why I use my med kit, because I needed a hand free to pick up an item. The only other downside, I'll take the last threat icon from the threat pool, because if you attack the guard, your threat goes up. And now Luke can move. He's got 2 move, but we'll just use the one movement and we'll head in there into the sick bay B. Let's draw an event card. Now, spawning, but both clones and guards are going to activate. Oh dear. We'll do the clones first, I guess, because they appear first on the card. So clone number 1 is going to activate first and move towards the target with the highest fear, which is Luke. Remember, our guard's fear is 0 at the moment. So this clone moves into the green lab. Now there's a rule on the scenario which says if the guards outnumber the clones, then the clone is automatically removed. These guards and clones, they kind of have an understanding, which is why their threat and fear are 0 at the start. But if they get themselves into a situation like this, they do start to see each other as a threat. So what I didn't know was whether I have to finish activating before this situation occurs. But the scenario says, if guards outnumber clones on a tile, remove the clones. So this clone goes heads off, he scampers off, seeing a party of guards. Clone number 2 activates, so he's going to move this way towards... Remember, there aren't any vents, so they're all walking. Clone 2 moves here. Clone 3 then activates and moves here, sees the party of guards and scampers off. And then clone number 4 activates. When any of these situations occur that makes the clones scamper off in response to a group of guards, then the guard's fear becomes 4 and the clone's threat becomes 3. That means that these guards will now see these aliens as a threat. Right, these are going to go back to the reserves. Here's the question, do they go back on top? I'm assuming they do. I can't find a ruling on it. So the next time a clone spawns, I'm assuming number 1's going to come back out. Okay, guard activations now. And they're going to move towards the target with the highest threat, which at the moment is Jackie and the clones. They're both at threat 3. Luke's on threat 2. When there's 2 enemies with equal threat, they'll move towards the closest one. So guard number 1 is heading in here. There's no rule about clones outnumbering guards, so they're staying here. Guard number 2, he's going to stand up as his activation. Guard number 3 is moving in here, and that's the activation's done. But now we have to remove a lockdown token from the pool. We've got 4 turns left. Back to Jackie's turn.